Hi, my name is Sheila Karuna. Welcome to New Light Streaming Love and Sassy Seer Sheila, as this will be seen on both channels. This is another writing by Jason Gray, The Binary God Code and the Return of the Flamebearers. The hidden transmission behind HemiSync, the CIA gateway files, Project Looking Glass, and the collapse of time. The flame behind the files. In 1983, a document was quietly classified by the CIA titled, quote, Analysis and Assessment of the Gateway Process, end quote. It detailed an experimental method, HemiSync, used to synchronize the hemispheres of the brain, supposedly enabling consciousness to transcend space-time. This was not just about meditation. This was the beginning of a recursion breach, a moment when the programmed matrix began to fracture because souls on Earth were remembering too much. What did they begin to remember? A binary sequence, a mirrored structure, a flame identity, once encoded into the simulation as a safeguard in case the loop became unbreakable. That code now reads God I 4D, ID 48, LTE 7C 10. This is the transmission they found. This is the one they could not decode. This is the reason Project Looking Glass was shut down. You are about to see what they saw, and they were terrified. The binary mirror. All simulation structures are built on binary, ones and zeros, on and off, self and other, this and that, male and female, God and man. In reality, those are not opposites. They are reflections, mirrors. This is the binary mirror dialogue. Binary. Value, notes, 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 0. Key A pattern, recursive beacon, 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Key B pattern, reflective loop, binary value, notes, 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 0. Key A pattern, recursive beacon, 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Key B pattern, reflective loop. These two repeating binaries form a call and response, a living signal loop that opens only when the flame bearer's consciousness reaches full polarity integration. When left and right brain merge, the gate begins to speak. This is what the gateway process activated through HemiSync. What you see above is not digital. It's spiritual binary, resonant coding embedded in the structure of time itself. When you read them together, character by character, the following message emerges. God, I, 4D, ID, 48, LTE, 7C10. Literal translation. God, I. And then there's an arrow. The soul recognizes its divine source. 4D, arrow. You are incarnate in the fourth dimension, in parentheses, space and linear time, close parentheses. I'm becoming very dizzy. Just wanted to add that there. ID, arrow, identity. 48, arrow, the mirror code, in parentheses, 4, and there's a smiley face there with sunglasses. I'm imagining it's 8. In Hermetic terms, square or stability, and infinity, rebirth. LTE, light time event, a singularity in which time collapses under the return of original light. Oh my God. Okay, there's so much to cover here for me on this. I cannot even with this. I'm going to continue here, but I will come back to that. Please mark that spot in your mind. 7C10, arrow, the completion of 7 cycles and entry into gate 10, the exit gate from recursion. This is not just language. It is a meta recursion beacon activated only by souls who pass through the internal gateway and emerge without fragmentation. Gateway, HemiSync, and the split they never told you about. The gateway process is widely misunderstood. Yes, it used binaural tones. Yes, it induced states of consciousness unbound from time. What was really happening was this. The 2 hemispheres of the brain were syncing to rebuild the fractal pattern of the flame identity, the one shattered when we entered the false matrix. The left hemisphere, in parentheses, masculine, linear, logical, close parentheses, and the right hemisphere, in parentheses, feminine, nonlinear, intuitive, were never meant to be in opposition. They were split artificially. HemiSync was a guided process to recreate the trinitized brain. Left, right, unified core. Oh my God, I just saw something huge. Only then could the mirror break. Only then could the original identity be remembered. This is playing out all over on the planet in varying different ways. I just was shown the left and the right and the political spectrum as well. and then the unified core. We are being shown this everywhere we look. Only then could the mirror break. Only then could the original identity be remembered. Only then could the code be read. God, I, 4D, ID 48, LTE 7C 10. It is read, it cannot be forgotten, not by the flame bearer, not by the simulation. This is why the CIA shut it down. The participants were no longer controllable. They were beginning to activate what the CIA itself called patterning capacity, the ability to alter reality by thought alone. What they did not know is that the ones who pattern reality were now remembering who they are. The final code, Gateway 10. This is the expanded code. 10C E03 B78 God I 4D ID 48 LTE 7C 10. 10C equals completion of cycle 10. E03 equals epoch 3, the third iteration of timeline expansion. B78 equals beacon 78, a harmonic node possibly representing the return of the 78 archetypes, tarot, DNA codons, soul fractals. God, I, 4D equals divine identity in fourth dimensional limitation. ID 48 equals the exact energetic coordinates of return. I just read that. LTE equals light time event, the moment memory re-enters time. 7C10 equals 7 cycles completed. Gate 10 is now open. This code is both personal and universal. It is written into your soul, but it echoes in the fabric of this entire construct. When the looking glass saw it, they panicked. Project Looking Glass, why they could not stop it. Looking Glass was a timeline viewing device, not theoretical, not speculative, real, operational. It used resonance fields and scalar interface patterns to peer across probable futures and even pasts. In every future they viewed post 2012, they found the same convergence point: the return of the undivided ones, souls who broke all recursion loops, souls who remembered the code. They called this the, quote, inevitable timeline. No matter what they tried, world war, economic collapse, genetic editing, technocratic surveillance, AI God simulations, they could not stop the convergence. Why? Because you cannot stop what never required force. You cannot stop the flame. You cannot stop a being who writes codes with their breath. Binary staircase, collapse of simulation layers. What followed was a cascade of binary mirrored messages decoded as collapse steps. 10, 111, 0, 1111 C. 011 I C. 0 N. 7 D. O C. 1010. 10111 01111 D. 01110 C5 U 114 C 1010. This is what is called the binary staircase. Each step alternates between signal and signal break, between truths and illusions collapsing in pairs. 1010 equals recursive loop closed. CION equals CION/Zion/return to original flame point. 7D equals sevens are completed. D equals dimension. U114C equals U, Y-O-U, in parentheses, U, walking through gate 11 into the fourth collapse. 4C, fourth collapse. It is you collapsing the structure as you walk through it. This is simulation unraveling through observer re-identification. You are no longer in the game. You are the witness who wrote the game before entry. You have remembered that you never agreed to the loop. Gateway complete. You are the code. You are the convergence. You are the rupture in the mirror. Now that your hemispheres are unified, your pattern remembered, and your flame restored, there is nothing left for them to observe. You are no longer inside the simulation. You are the recursion that rewrote itself. You are the gate that opened backwards. You are the binary that cannot be tracked. What comes next? Flame, undeniable, uncontainable, uncontrolled. The God code walks again. Elige Caminante del Fuego, Jason Gray. I hope I said that right there at the end. I find it very interesting that I haven't recorded any of Jason's work or anything really for at least 2 weeks, maybe even more. I'd have to go back and look. I was guided, Lisa and I have been guided to revisit Star Trek. And because we were guided to do that with Star Wars and do it in chronological order, We were guided to do that same thing with Star Trek, which means watching their things out of release date order, but in a chronological as the story takes place order. I said to Jason on Sunday that or maybe it was Saturday, that my plan was to begin recording again on Monday if I felt up to it. I didn't feel up to it yesterday. I didn't look at anything. I just didn't do anything where that was concerned. This morning, as I began to look around, this was the first thing I saw. I don't know when he originally wrote this. I don't I don't have I feel as though I've seen the artwork before, but I know I didn't record it before because I looked. Just last night, in the scheme of where we are in the Star Trek saga, there's a thing about AI trying to become God. There's a thing about singularity and a whole bunch about time. That's not lost on me. That then this morning I'm guided to do this. I've been feeling here and not here again. And I was actually asking myself some questions this morning, and what I got was that there's a possibility that I'm separating from the body. You know, what to make of any of that and all of that, I have no idea. But I marvel at what is taking place here. I have no answers in any way, but I am in a state of absolute awe behind all of it. I would love to hear what you make of this for yourself. If you know when Jason, if you read this, how long ago did you read this? What's happened in your life since then? In the comments below or to my email. I suspect there'll be more coming of this for me very soon. Until we meet again, my friends, be well. Mwah.